know that when you have a purpose and a calling on your life, there's nothing that nobody, and nothing can happen. I am Angela C. Wright.
Over the top, the gotcha.
He said your numbers has shrunk. He said, I don't know how, why.
You're not gonna get you're gonna have to have mounds of security for me because you're not gonna get me.
If I wasn't depressed and going through what I was going through, I probably would have never started.
And this episode was brought to you by the Ayers Agency, a full-service marketing firm noted in entertainment and culture. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Break Free Podcast. I am your host, Free, and today I have someone with me. I mean, y'all probably already know her because she's an influence. She's everything. She's more like a baby sis to me. Y'all help me welcome DayyBella. Hey, Day.
Hey,
baby,
how
first
are you?
of all, wait a minute. Ain't no how am I. Baby, how you gonna come outdo me today?
Baby, I thought you was coming with it, so I just came with my A game. That's
You
it.
look so pretty, Day.
Thank you,
And
I
the boots
appreciate
is
it.
giving.
Thank you. I love them.
Yeah, they look really, really cute. Y'all, when
Thank
she
you.
came in here, I'm like, wait a minute, Day. I'm in jeans. I wasn't really, expecting her.
I know. I was like, I don't know how Shay coming because Shay be coming, okay? So I was like, let me be prepared.
Day, so tell me, how did you get the name DayyBella?
Ooh, DayyBella came to me maybe like, I think I was in high school, and I was thinking about doing these T-shirts. And, well, I actually did T-shirts. If you know me, you know I started Bella Bar Tees back in like 2011. But Bella came from like, it means beautiful in Italian. So I was like, maybe I could play off Bella. You know, everybody called me Day, so I kind of just merged it together.
So everybody called you Day anyway.
Yeah, because my name is so hard to pronounce. Well, people make it seem that way.
Pronounce it.
Dayara.
So you took the Day and just added Bella for the
Yep.
pretty.
And
so
I
you always kind of like been an entrepreneur because you said you started the T-shirt line back in high school.
Yes. I always been an entrepreneur. And when I went to college, when I started college, that's when I kind of took it serious because I was like, I used to post like my outfit of the day. Everybody used to like, repost it. Well, I don't know if that was a thing back then, but people used to like it. I used to have a lot of followers from that. So I was like, let me just try to do like a little T-shirt line because I wanted to do clothing, but it cost so much to create my own clothing line. So I was like, let me just start with T-shirts. And I started when I was 18, and it went crazy.
It did?
What?
How much did you make like your first shot out?
I was a teenager, so that money was like, I don't know. I think probably my first drop, I probably made like $3,500, and I feel like that was a lot back then because I was in high school.
you was in high school.
Right, and I had no bills, so it was money.
Yeah, and then from the T-shirt line, you just decided like what?
Okay, from the T-shirt line.
Did you work regular jobs or no?
I did.
You did?
I had 2 jobs in my life. I had worked at Cold Stone Ice Cream, and I worked at Cracker Barrel.
You worked at Cracker Barrel?
Yes,
Girl, I
was
can't
the
even
host.
imagine you.
I was
definitely not a
actually in high
waiter.
school when it happened. I was like, let me try to get some responsibility. My mom was like, you need a job. And I was like, okay, let me just try. But I actually liked it. It's like my favorite restaurant, too.
And then from the T-shirt line, you did what?
So from the T-shirt line, I was in college. I kind of got distracted, and I kind of like took a break from college and kind of took the T-shirt line business serious. And then after the T-shirt line, dang, what did I do next? I feel like, maybe it was Ladies Who Brunch Atlanta. I don't know if you guys know, but Ladies Who Brunch Atlanta is a women's a business for women that come together and connect, network, and just get together, eat, panels, brunches, retreats, etc. So
when are you doing another one? Because you haven't did one since I've been home.
So I haven't done it because COVID shut us down. But we coming back January 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you did Ladies Who Brunch, what year was that?
That was 2014.
So could we say like you originated like the whole?
Oh yeah, let's get on that.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
Yes, because I mean, people was not doing the brunches, the empowerment brunches. It wasn't a thing back then. So we kind of created that avenue to,
Network.
set the tone for to network for women to come together because we always like women. I feel like women always are competing. And I feel like when we come together, it's way bigger. It's so much more power when we come together and work together. So
that is true.
We kind of created an avenue, a platform to, for entrepreneurial women that come together and connect. even like start businesses and collaborate. So that's just something that kind of was on my heart. Me and my business partner Bianca, shout out to Bianca. But
Hey,
yeah,
B.
we are cranking it up January 1st, so stay tuned.
That's good. And then you know what? Because now it just seems like sometimes it get watered down.
Yes.
Like they'll act like it's gonna be you're gonna learn so much information, but it'll be like you get a little bit of food,
Right.
and you don't really do nothing.
It's
just like
not.
standing
It's not
around.
the experience. See, that's why I really got to crank it back up, because these people aren't creating these experiences that they're putting out there. That you thinking you about to leave full, you think you about to leave empowered. Like some of the time it be fluff. Like I think they're just trying to do it because it's money there. But at the same time, I like to create experiences. I like for people to like, you know, walk into something and then leave with something. So that's just something that we kind of like stand 10 toes on, and that's kind of something that we need to kind of bring back.
Yeah, it's
Because
definitely
it's a lot of hoop brunches, stylist hoop brunches, golf girls. You know, it's a lot of that. But I think we need to just bring it back, you know.
women who brunch. So we looking for it in January.
Yes,
Coming
January,
soon.
more elevated experiences, more grown, sexy, classy type of vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. And your birthday coming. You doing something for your birthday this year?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm turning 32.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
I know. Dang.
And you know me, I'm like so big on parties. I really got to do this. I've been thinking about this party for like so many years. But then I kind of got discouraged like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, you know
Did
what?
you get discouraged or did you get sidetracked? See, I was gonna
No,
wait
I
for
didn't
this.
get sidetracked.
I was gonna wait for this. I was gonna wait to bring this up later. But are you
Yeah.
sure you didn't get sidetracked?
No. When it comes to me and birthdays, no, I did not get sidetracked. I think I just got discouraged in 2 different areas. So I was like, you know what, maybe let me just go out of town. But I really need to have a party. Everybody asks me, like, what we doing? What you doing? Like, they know how all of my friends do 30th. And I feel like the next
Because you
big
didn't
party
even
is
do the
50th.
Halloween
I
party that you
know.
and Jeremy usually do.
At all.
Yeah, so what's going on?
Yeah, it's time to crank it back up. I really got to do this party.
So how did you get discouraged? Like if you don't mind
Because
sharing.
the venue I was using, it was like a friend of mine's, and it was in the midst of like trying to like switch it over to something else. So now he's trying to do this kid playground, but I was gonna do my party there, but he's trying to, you know, grand opening January 14th type thing. So now he done started construction. So then I'm like, dang, because I wanted like a week to set up my party, because I want to be involved with planning, and I don't want to be day of like stressing about a party. I want to work, you know, I want my day to be glam, you know, just straight into self-care. I don't want to be into planning while I'm like trying to, you know, get myself
everything together,
So that's
yeah.
why I wanted a place that's kind of flexible, and I could kind of like down trip off, you know, me coming in throughout the week to set up. So that kind of like discouraged me, that, and then the amount of money I'm probably going to spend is probably crazy. Especially right now, because, you know, it's kind of
Everything
slow.
is kinda
It's
high.
the recession.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of, I don't know if it makes sense.
That's what I was going to. So let's talk about, you said you like creating experience. So let's talk about the Bella experience.
Okay.
Explain to us what the Bella experience is. And y'all, she had to have her wine today. First of all, she's the first one to have wine. Yes. I offer
Really?
water, juice, and soda.
Ain't no way. Girl, people
Yes.
got to, like, relax and calm down, you know.
But I
Wine
had
is
to
my
make
go-to.
her.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
appreciate the
accommodations.
accommodations. I do appreciate that. Okay, so Bella Experience.
Mm-hmm.
I started Bella Experience during COVID. I never was like into like servicing people, because I didn't really care about people's opinions.
Yeah.
And I was just so like, well, maybe I cared too much about people's opinions. Maybe that makes sense. So I really didn't want to get into the service industry, because just dealing with people is just so much.
Yeah. It
Like,
is.
I'd rather just sell a product and sell it and go on about my day. I don't want to deal with people, oh, I don't think I like this. Like, it's just too many opinions. Like, you trust me, you book me, so I'm going to show up for you. But honestly, I started Bella Experience during COVID. I used to always do, like, dinner parties and stuff for my friends, because I always had this creative, like.
That creative side. That's your gift from God.
Right. It's
Yeah.
definitely my gift from God. But I always, like, had, like, do like little events, like me and Jeremy, we get creative, we decorate parties. We just like creating experience and making it look nice and creating a whole vibe. But yeah, I never was into that. But during COVID, it kind of like, people was like, you should just try it, give it a try. And like, y'all probably would be surprised that during COVID, I probably was having like 4 parties a week.
Really?
Yes, it was crazy. When I did during COVID, I probably made the most money during, while me having my business Bella Experience. I think people was having like parties at home, getting creative because you couldn't travel.
Right.
And it's always birthdays. So, you know, people always having something. And honestly, during COVID, I just was like, you know what? I need to take this serious. And then I had Xavier with me. He's creative too. So we was just
Super
like.
creative. Love
so,
you, Xavier.
Yeah, shout out to Xavier. But yeah, we was just like a great team together. And we just create, you know, these extravagant parties and events and baby showers and etc. But yes, Bella Experience is my baby because I love it so much, but I kind of got discouraged, like, recently.
Did you get discouraged today? I don't feel like you got discouraged. Again, I felt like you got comfortable.
I did get comfortable.
You got comfortable in a
comfortable.
relationship.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you got comfortable in a relationship, and you was like, you know, in love. And
yeah, I can
you
agree
wasn't
with
hurting
that.
financially, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like a big deal to
Right.
you because when I
Right.
first came home, it was like you were
Hungry.
booked and busy.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
was
mean?
on
Like
it.
every time I turn around, I remember one weekend you had like 3 parts, one on the West Coast, one here on the East Coast. Like it was back to back to back.
Right.
Then it's like, oh, they got a friend, they got a boyfriend.
Y'all know how that
They
is.
is in love.
Baby, y'all know how that is when relationships hit, baby. Life hits and life happens. But honestly, truly, I feel like recently, like, especially this year, maybe, I don't know, I guess it's because, like, the world right now is so slow. Like, and I feel like everything is inflated. So people don't really understand the amount of money it is to, like, throw a party. Especially most of these clients that we have, it'd be like, oh, this is my first party. Like, and they don't really understand, like, stuff adds up.
Yeah.
First of all, the quality and the vendors that we deal with is A1. So, you know, we go on top of the line. So you wanting, you know, you got $1,500, but you want a budget. You want your party to look like champagne and lavish, and you know, you it just don't make sense. So I have to like break this down to people because people don't really understand. So with that being said, that's why I kind of was like, let me be selective, and I ain't touching it unless it's like this certain amount of money, because it just don't make sense for me to stress about something their budget's $2,500 and I'm only making pennies. Like, it just don't make sense for me. So
yeah,
it's just
because
like,
it's a lot of
I'd rather
work
be
that goes
home.
into it.
Yeah, I got
and
a
then not
child.
only that, I think people, when doing events and stuff, sometimes people tend to think, "Oh, she's trying to get over on me."
Yeah, and
but
never.
they really don't know.
They don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going by vendors. Most of the time when the budget is not really where it need to go, we go by the minimum of the vendor price. So a lot of people have minimums, and that's why I have to draw the line, because I didn't have a minimum. And I was dealing with these, oh, I want a dinner, $1,500. Like, okay, you know I got to get paid, and they don't understand that. So and when you put hand in hand, like, you got to understand that things cost. People have minimums. They not coming outside unless they're making balloons. You got to at least spend $500. Like, it just, you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
people don't really understand that. So when you break it down, they kind of understand. But now I have to be more just selective and kind of make it make sense for me.
Yeah, and you have high-powered like clients and stuff. Who are
Right.
some of your clients that you service? Like
I
your regular?
have like Dirk, Gunna, Missy Elliott. I mean, the list can goes on. We did events for a little bit.
I feel like
everybody.
Dirk is your favorite.
Dirk
But-
is definitely my
yeah,
favorite.
I feel like Dirk is
love
your
'cause
favorite.
He just give me like full control, creative control, and I just do my thing. And he don't be having no budget, so you know how that go.
Yeah, that's better too, because
Right.
you don't have to worry
You
about
don't
being
gotta be
stressed out.
yes. You don't
Yeah.
have to stress and try to make things happen, DIY it. Like, it's just, do you?
I remember
the
you
money.
did like I think it was like, was it Valentine's?
Valentine's Day.
It
Ooh,
was
that was
so
crazy.
pretty.
That was probably my favorite event, actually.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
That was good. And then not too long ago, you just did like a child's party, and it had
What was the
like
theme?
animals and like.
Oh
animals
yeah,
and
it was
stuff.
like a carnival, but then we
Yeah.
had like animals too, like a petting zoo and stuff.
Yeah, yep. That was
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
really
cool.
cute, and
I
that looked
love
like
kid
it was
parties.
over the top.
Yeah.
Yep.
People
And
don't
we,
be knowing.
We can't forget Cairo's birthday
Oh
party.
yeah,
when he
Cairo
had
party
the-
is crazy. The
Yes.
cars.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
the
All the
cars.
cars and the kids had their own cars.
Yes,
and
I was like,
everything.
after that, I ain't doing it no more. But then I turned around and then rented out Legoland. I was like, oh, I told myself I was not gonna do this no more.
Yeah, Legoland was crazy too. You shut down Legoland. I was there too. It's like the grown people be looking
I
forward to
know.
the Cairo party.
That's what I said, baby. I gotta set the tone for my 30th. That's why I was like, if I ain't gonna come correct, I ain't gonna come.
Day,
It's
I
just-
can't believe you just now about to be 30. Like, you've accomplished.
I know I feel so much older.
You feel older?
Yeah.
Thank God you don't look it.
I
But
know.
yeah, you know, like that. I mean, 30, under 30, like, you really have
Yeah.
been doing your thing. You really do encourage other people. And another thing I could say about you, Day, personally for me, I don't know if it's because you take to me or whatever, but you're not a keeper type person.
Yeah, no, baby. If it's a lane for somebody, I'm going to recommend my friends, throw my friends out there, or I be like, you need to hook up with this person, or I could connect it. Whatever I can do to help, I'm definitely down.
Do you remember
to
when
help.
I needed to do my book cover and I was just so adamant? I was like, dang,
Yes.
I want Sterling to do
Yes,
it.
I remember.
Yeah, you was like, don't worry, I'm going to make it happen. And
Yep.
make it happen, you
Make
did.
it happen, baby.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. I feel like help people. That's the only way the world can grow and
Help people, help people.
That's like
That's good.
that's like my
Your
my
mantra.
quote that I just live by. I just
Help
love
people.
helping people.
Help people.
Cause someone gonna need you, and they gonna need somebody. Like it's always something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a chain reaction.
It's like a whole
or
full
constantly
circle.
paying it
Right.
forward.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, totally,
Yep.
totally true. Now, you have made the shade room a couple times.
I have. Y'all know me. I gotta take me a little sip.
So we'll talk about the time before, because you've made it several times, okay?
Okay.
Okay, but we'll talk about the time where the young lady was unhappy with her birthday party
Right.
at the skating ring and like blast you. And that's a case where she felt like you took her money,
Right.
but did not understand. Like, first of all, the skating ring is a huge venue too.
Let's start. Okay. Yeah, that was probably a disaster. But let's start where her budget starts. I know the event planners can understand me because, first of all, her budget is $2,500. She rented out the skating ring for a few hours, which is cool. But at the same time, she wanted photo elements. She wanted, like, these tapes hanging. Of course, this stuff is, like, DIY stuff. I don't really like the DIY. Xavier, he all for it. I like to just pay somebody to get it done. I just like convenience. I don't really like to put in the labor at this point, especially for money like that, because I'm not really making nothing.
Yeah, so wait, the budget was $2,500,
Yeah.
and that was including your pay and Xavier's pay?
No, that was just the budget for the venue.
Okay.
I meant for the decor.
Okay,
But I think our pay was probably like little to nothing, probably like $600.
okay.
So yeah, so then that happened. So okay, first of all, when you dealing with a venue like that, they only give you 30 minutes to set up. So because they're closing for regular hours, and then they give you 30 minutes, until your event starts. So they gave us 30 minutes to set up. We was aware of the time frame. We thought we could make it happen because she only wanted like little stuff. But first of all, it was just all over the place. She had like family and stuff like in a way. We was trying to figure it out before, 30 minutes, putting posters up, backdrops, all of this. And it wasn't done at the time of her event. And I understand her frustration when it came to that. At the same time, she's a paying client. I should have just been straightforward. Like, you know what, this is not able to happen. This is what we could do. But of course, I try to like accommodate people and try to satisfy people to the best of my ability.
So you didn't set a boundary when you should have.
Yeah, and I should have, yeah. So I definitely dropped the ball on that. That's why I did, give her half of her money after she didn't took it too far to the Instagram, which is okay. I understand you trying to.
Did that hurt your business?
Absolutely.
Like tremendously?
No, not tremendously now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Now, I had some backlash from it, yeah. They probably was like, oh, this party. But after I think after I had kind of spoke out and kind of explained the situation, people kind of understood. But I think it was the fact that she kind of drug it, which kind of like threw me off because I try to accommodate this girl to the best of my ability because at the same time, she is a client. She signed a contract, so it's just like, the best I can do is give you your money back that wasn't, from our service. First of all, we didn't get paid. We gave it back. And then anything else outside of that wasn't, accounted for, we gave her back.
Which was the part that she really wasn't telling.
Yeah, she didn't tell that part. Yeah, so I
did
tried
give
to
her
make
some
it,
money back.
definitely did my part and tried to make it right with her. I should have definitely straight up and told her, this is not going to happen with this budget. If we had vendors coming in here setting up, cool, but we did everything. So, and it was just, I do have a team of like 5, but when you're dealing with a whole skating ring and you have a backdrop in the corner and you trying to hang CDs from the front, it's so much, especially within 30 minutes. The time go by so fast. So, yeah, that was probably one of the ones that kind of like, made me feel a way about.
And what was your takeaway from that? What did you learn from that experience? Or did you even take the time to sit to learn anything?
I definitely learned from that experience. I learned to just be more transparent with clients. I also learned to don't stress off of anything that you can't control. That's something that I live by too. Like, I got to stop stressing off of things that's like out of my control. And then just trying to like fix customer service, because customer service is, that's number one.
Yeah.
So if we can like try to make things right, turn it around, offer you something free, give you a refund. That's what we're, whatever we can to the best of our ability, I try to make happen. So I definitely put those in in my brain, kind of like I definitely put some thought into that though. They kind of like, that situation definitely was one of them ones that was like, you know what, this ain't for me.
Yeah. Well, honey, another time you made the Shade Room. Well, I don't know if everyone knows. Maybe they don't know.
Yeah.
You do have a child by. They got London on the track.
Oh my God.
So what is that like, Day? Being a young girl and a young woman now, but like being in a field where you deal with entertainers. I'm pretty sure you're a pretty girl, so a lot of times, a lot of people, try to talk to you, hit on you, or some just want to screw, however it go. But what is that like having a child father that's like, in the industry?
Honestly, I don't know, because I feel like I've been already in the industry. Like, I've been in this world on my own, because I feel like I have a name for myself. But at the same time, I do. Yeah, his father is like a big producer in the industry. I don't know. We don't deal with him at all. So it's just, I know people see stuff on Shade Room. They might see me in public and be like, oh, this is her. But honestly, truly, I kind of ignore it, because this is my reality. Like, this is what I'm living day to day. A single parent with a child with autism. He's 4 and he has autism. So it's like a lot on me. So
that's something else that I wanted to talk about. Like how has that been navigating, your life? A lot of people don't know that Kai is autistic or whatever, but navigating your life, being young, and then when did you first realize like he was autistic?
I think after his 2nd birthday is when I realized something wasn't right. Because he was, babies, they are dependent people, so they need you for everything. So I didn't think nothing was wrong with him at all. But honestly, after his 2nd birthday, I used to like take him to birthday parties, and I used to see like the same age kids like around him, and they would be doing things that I haven't seen Kai do. And I was like, because I'm a first-time mom, so I'm not really knowing like the time frame of what's supposed to happen when he turned 1, when he turned 2. I'm just rolling with the flow. Yeah. So, but at the same time, I'm taking him to these birthday parties, and I'm seeing these kids doing things that Cairo's not doing. Like, he's barely even socializing with the kids. So it kind of like, it's embarrassing, because I was just like, something is just not right. And I was kind of like being in denial, because my mom would be like, something ain't right. But I used to be like, he's just a baby. Like, you just being judgmental. Like, but then it kind of like grabbed to me. Like, people would be like, yeah, something ain't right. And I kind of was not trying to be so in denial, because as a parent, you don't want nobody saying nothing about your child. So it was kind of tough, because I kept trying to like get him diagnosis, like, and it was so many wait lists, and it was, oh, you got to pay $1,800, you got to pay $4,500, and I'm like, I need this diagnosis ASAP, because I want to know what's wrong with him, because the quicker you can catch it, the quicker they can probably grow out of it. So, and he's like it's like a mild case, like he's talking now, he's on the spectrum, but it's definitely, I try to catch it quick, but it's kind of tough. It's very tough, especially when you're a single parent. And then like,
because it requires a lot of time.
It requires a lot of patience. Yeah. And I didn't really have patience when I had my baby. Like, he's really taught me to like just chill and just relax. Like, I was always on the go, like moving at different paces. I just was always trying to do this and do that and do this. But now, like, having him, like, I think God gave me this gift, because I felt like I needed patience. And I felt like it kind of slowed me down, and it kind of made me be more present. Yeah. Because I was so, like, just all over the place. So I'm grateful for that, and it's very hard because it's just me, but I do have a good support system. Like, my boyfriend, he's great. My mom. Boyfriend, I seen him reading with Kai the other night, Yep, and then he goes to therapy, so now we got the diagnosis. So, yeah, we've been seeing a lot of progress lately.
Yeah, I know. I seen one day, it just, like, brought tears to my eyes. He was naming, and look at me about to tear up.
Yeah, me too.
He was naming his animals.
Yes.
You know, and he had them out, and you was saying, oh, what's the, and he said it, and Day, I'm telling you, I sit there and I played it back over. I didn't call you because I was like, I don't want her getting emotional, but I just know, you know what I mean, like what you go through, and like, you know, I consider him my
It's
nephew,
not easy,
you know? Yeah, so to see him, that right there, just to name the animals, that was a huge step,
baby,
you know,
when
to
I
me.
say everything, every like milestone I see him like master, I just like break down because I be like, I don't know when he gonna start saying mommy. Like, I don't know when he gonna say I love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's tough, but he's making progress.
Yeah, he is, and guess what? He's gonna be good, Day, and he's gonna do. Remember us having this conversation? I was like, Day, we gotta get him to specialists because sometimes we'll feel like prayer answers everything.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, God does answer prayers, but we also, God put people in place to do things for us. And he has specialists. That's why I was like, Dave, we got to get him to the specialist. And once they do that, we're going to see, you know, the pickup and everything like that. And so now it's just like, and I told you, JD's son. Harlem is autistic, but if you look at Harlem now, you don't even know he's autistic, you know, because just pouring that time and that attention and having those specialists come and like how, you know, your boyfriend was reading with him the other night, like things like that, even when the specialists aren't around. So like, yeah, shout out to you and kudos to you, you know, your mom and your dad, Toya, you know, Deontay, all of us, everybody, you know, love you, you know, and just want to see, and Kai, he's going to be fine. We'll look back on this and be like, I know. Remember when he just wasn't even saying, you know, anything or whatever. But yeah, like, you know, you got to know, Day, like, I know you be feeling like it's a lot of pressure. Yeah. It's a lot of pressure.
But I always say, like, it's light at the end of the tunnel. Like, it's going to be over. You know, it'll be, you're going to get past it, and he's going to grow, and you're going to be like, wow, you know?
Yeah, because I know, like, as a mom, our number one fear is not being able to be there to help our child when they're going through something.
Right, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So that right there, too, that's a struggle in itself. But, you know, autistic kids, I think it's just we don't understand them.
Yeah, it's that's what it is. Because they're the smartest kids on earth. Yeah. Like, they're geniuses.
Yeah.
But they just, you know.
I feel like they operate in a different world.
Yeah, they
don't
are.
operate in the world in which we see things. Right. You know what I mean? And that's like, you know, a lot of people say Kanye's crazy, but I don't believe it. I believe he just operates on a different system than we operate on, you know? So whatever, Cairo's going to be great. And, you know, he has that creative gene that comes from you, you know? So he'll find his way, and then we'll look back on this and be like, and you could be a spokesperson for autism.
I know. And I need to come out. Like, this, I really do need to come out about it because I feel like I do have a great platform. People don't really show awareness of it so much because I feel like now it's more normalized because I feel like it's like 1 in every 10 kids, especially boys. Like, at his therapy school, it's only like 7 kids, and they're all boys. So I just feel like they always say now it's like 1 out of 10. It's like, wow, that's crazy because I never knew nothing about autism before I had Cairo. Never. This is like so new to me. So yeah, this is gonna be a journey, and I'm grateful. Yeah,
I think that should be something else. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you should create
a foundation.
And not only just a foundation, but like a support where you can have like brunch for moms with kids with autism. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Kids that can come together.
Yeah, so the kids can come together, and then in the interim, the moms are supporting each other through their daily, you know, because no one knows what y'all go through.
Exactly. You never know what people are going through because I'm sure, like, a lot of people probably don't know. But I definitely want to bring more awareness of, you know, this issue.
Yeah, which would be great. Well, Day, let's lighten the mood some because I know that was heavy. But again, before we like switch topics, I just want to tell you that you're amazing and you're doing great. And
thank you.
I know it's just gonna get better from here. So
I appreciate that.
What's coming up?
Marriage, what's coming up? we ain't gonna put no pressure on that, but it is something that I want. But what's coming up for me is Ladies Who Brunch Atlanta. We are cranking back up, top of the year. And then, of course, like Mood, we want to do more like pop-up shops. We need to get better with some content.
Talk about Mood because you didn't tell.
I didn't talk about Mood.
Yeah.
So Mood is like a women's online boutique. And yeah.
So that's another thing. Where did the name Mood come from? I think it's cute and I think it's different.
Yeah.
And the way y'all spelled it.
Yeah. So we was like literally like for 3 days just jotting names down. That's kind of like cool. Kind of got a meaning to it, and we just kind of like I think we just was jotting things down, and I don't know how. I think I came up with like, maybe we should do mood instead of like this. And she was like, oh, that do sound a little catchy. So we just kind of rolled with it. We ain't put too much like emphasis in. Like we never like really sat on it for too long. We kind of just rolled with it as soon as I had brought it up. But yeah, we moved. We had moved for like, what, a year and some change now. It's been doing pretty good. Still in the building stage.
Oh, girl, you had that good Black Friday sale. Where's my pants?
Your pants over there.
Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, I thought, like, you know, with so many boutiques and stuff, how do you feel like y'all set yourself apart?
Yes, that's a good question, actually. That's actually a great question. So it is plenty of boutiques, and a lot of people do have access to the same vendors. And that be a thing, too, because people be, like, getting mad about stuff. People be posting the same stuff. But I'm like, we all got access to the same vendor, so why are you mad?
Like, what you mean? Like, a friend get mad?
Yeah, like, I had a homegirl, she sell clothes, and, like, she had posted something, but we had already had it, but we just ain't even shot it yet. So she had, like, called me, felt the way, and I'm like, girl, we got access. Make your own clothes, and then you can feel the way. But we got access to the same vendor, so ain't no need for you to be mad. It's enough money for everybody out here.
I think I know who it is, but we definitely not going to say a name. So she had an attitude day.
What? Attitude ain't even a word. She was feeling away. And I don't put too much emphasis in it on that because I fuck with her. She cool.
Yeah.
But that's never my intention. Like, we like what we like and you like what you like. You know, we got the same stuff. Sell it.
And anyway, people have different styles.
Exactly.
I feel like
people
her
got
style
different
is her style.
Yeah.
Y'all style is y'all style.
Absolutely.
And people, we can all have on the same thing, but it look totally different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
But it's just basically how you sell it and who is your client, who is your target market, like who is your customer. So we just try to keep it, you know, very cohesive, keep it clean, do our content.
I felt like at first y'all was catering to the small girls.
I feel like still we are. You don't think? People be like, we be having extra larges and stuff, but it's still like boutique clothes, so it don't fit.
No. When y'all first came out, I told
everybody
Tori,
kept saying that.
I can't even support because it was the shirt with the back out. I don't really like my back out because I got a roll right here. You know,
right.
It looks in my clothes you can't tell, but with something like that would tell. If it wasn't that shirt, it's the kind that the real fitted one with the boobs. Yeah. I don't have a boob job.
I ain't gonna lie. Everybody's like, y'all is catering to the little girls. And I'm like, this is stuff we like. I mean, but honestly, truly, I still feel like we catering to us.
No, baby, I don't have a boob job. So certain shirts I cannot wear that require.
Yeah, you right. You are right.
Yeah, it requires a bra. So I feel like y'all need to be a little bit more inclusive.
Okay.
But if that's y'all target, maybe y'all target market is like what? Like the
millennial young girl
who boobs automatically
35 younger, yeah.
Or who went and got a boob job.
Yeah, boob job. I think for sure. I know because me and Courtney got boob jobs, so that's how we operate. So I don't know. Maybe that is. I ain't never thought about that. Yeah. But now that you say that, I kind of.
But I was finally able to support the cargos.
It.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, because you see your friends in business and stuff. You want to
support. You want to support is the best way you can. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So I was.
But I get it. I appreciate it too. I appreciate that.
Most definitely. So okay, so mood. So you got mood and you got the women's brunch.
And then of course I do have a line for my son, and it's called Saint Legend Official. I don't know if people may know what it is, but it's basically like kids, toddlers, clothing, streetwear, urban wear, sweatsuits, t-shirts, with the hat. So we try to crank that up and create more designs and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be good going forward. And then tell me something. Give me one of your lifelong dreams.
My lifelong dream.
Like a lifelong dream. Like not mad. Like as far as like something like that's out of that's like your wildest imagination. Something that you want to happen for yourself.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Because I feel like everything that I want for myself is not out of reach. I think you asking for something that's out of reach. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so give me like one of your a huge dream of yours.
A huge dream of mine is just to have a jet. I want a jet and I want to be a housewife. Like that is my full. Like I really don't want to be hustling forever.
You want to be a housewife, Day?
Yeah. I mean, I like to work. Don't get me wrong. I love to work. Like, it just keep me going. But I just want to be a housewife.
Let me tell you
something. I think that's what
funny.
I'm made for.
Let me tell you something funny. So, growing up, my mother was a housewife. My mom didn't work.
Really?
No, my mother didn't work. My dad worked. And my mom, her job was solely just like keep the house clean, keep our hair done, and cook. And, that was really it. She spent her day watching the stories and drinking Pepsi,
Right.
And so in in kindergarten and stuff, they ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? I used to say a housewife.
Really?
Because it was what I seen.
That's what
That's what I
knew.
know. That was
Right.
my home, But when my mom left my father, she didn't know nothing, Day.
I know she did.
She didn't even know how to fill out a job application.
I know she did not.
Yeah, so then my plan changed. Oh, I'm gonna be a housewife with a plan B.
Yeah.
Like
That's
okay,
why I'm kind of grateful for like how my life came, because like my 20s, I lived my best life. Like I wasn't in like long-term relationships. Like I was living it. I was traveling, shopping, going this place, that place. But I'm like at a point where I like want to chill, just want to relax, want to have a family, a nice solid foundation, create like a business that kind of creates its
Works for
own
itself,
residual income. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just live my best life. I really want a jet though. Well, me and my boyfriend want a jet.
Well, honey,
Hopefully we get one soon.
ain't no hopefully. I guess it'll be coming soon. Make sure y'all let us use it.
Okay.
Tell
we
him I
got you.
said, don't forget the little people.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
So yeah, Day, tell me one thing that you feel like you're in bondage to and you need to break free from.
I feel like my one thing is doing everything last minute. I'm such a procrastinator. I feel like if I like manage my time wisely, I'll probably get things done in a better time frame, and it'll be more effort put into.
Yeah, 'cause you definitely be like day of. I remember
Yes,
when
I'm so last minute. I do everything day of. Like I'm not gonna say everything because y'all don't take me for that for your parties, but you know the vibe. That's why people always be like, "Oh yeah, you the last minute event planner." I be like, "Oh man."
But you get the job done.
Yeah, I get a job
and
done.
it be looking
but
good.
dang,
Yep.
yes.
Yep, Day, thank you so much for sharing your time with me
Yes,
today
thanks
and
for
your
having
personal,
me.
your
This was
personal life and
fun.
everything. It was fun. So that means you
Yes.
coming back.
I'll be back.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
Well,
for sure.
y'all heard it first. She said she'll be back. And remember, it's always delusion until they see it happen. See you next time. And this episode was brought to you by the Heirs Agency, a full-service marketing firm noted in entertainment and culture.